Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're well. So in this video I'm going to share a few reasons why I still believe this Invicta Pro Diver offers great value for money even today, even though the competition around it is heating up, and why this can be a perfect first watch for anyone. So you're looking at buying your first watch, you don't want to spend too much money, you want something with an automatic movement, a reliable movement, decent build quality, decent water resistance, and from a brand with some heritage and history behind it. That's where Invicta comes in. Now Invicta has been in existence since 1837, so there's no shortage of history there. I know Invicta does get a lot of hatred from a lot of people, and on a lot of occasions for the right reasons as well, because you look at some of their watches, they're either too big, they're either too ugly, or some of them outright you think, are they even made for human beings? But luckily that cannot be said for the Pro Diver range, because in this collection they make some really nice and cracking watches at a very affordable price. Now price can be really critical to a lot of people for different reasons. It doesn't matter if you're looking at buying your first watch or you have a collection of watches, price matters to people for a variety of reasons. I paid $88 for the watch I have here with me today. Bought it from Amazon Australia. I did notice the price had gone up to $155 today. That's one thing you really need to keep in mind with these watches, that the price does tend to fluctuate quite a bit. So don't get caught up in the moment. If you really like the watch, wait out, wait for the price to drop enough for you to justify the purchase. If you end up paying close to $100 or $110, you'll be buying a decent watch. You'll be buying a lot of watch for that amount of money. Now with the dimensions, I might be a little biased here. I've got an average sized wrist of 7 inches, and this 40mm case size is perfect for someone like myself. Even for people with larger or slightly smaller wrists than myself will be able to wear this watch without any problems at all. This 47mm lug to lug distance will be manageable for a lot of people. Case thickness is 13mm and the lug width is 20mm on this watch. 316L stainless steel construction, so you get a stainless steel case, crown and bracelet on this watch. Finishing on the case is quite straightforward. You get high polished along the sides, brushing on the top. Now this is not the most sophisticated or fine brushing you'll find on a watch, but again, for the price, the level of finishing is definitely okay. You get Invicta engraved on one side of the case. Get mineral crystal with a Cyclops. Wasn't expecting sapphire from Invicta at this price point anyway, so can easily live with a mineral crystal on this watch. 120 click unidirectional bezel. One thing I've noticed with this bezel is you do get a really nice clicking function and a decent purchase from this bezel, but it can be a bit hard to grip. Once you get a hang of it, you can get used to it, but it does take some time getting used to. So yeah, once you get used to it, no problems there at all, and it does do a very decent job of aligning up at 12 o'clock as well. You do get a pip loom, and there's barely any back play on this one as well. So from the quality point of view, this bezel is really nice. Now looking at the dial, you get a matte black dial with applied markers all around. Minute track on the outer ring, Invicta logo and Invicta applied underneath 12 o'clock. Then you do get some information above 6 o'clock as well. Confirms the automatic movement in this watch. The water resistance is 200 meters with a screw down crown and a screw down case back. And we do get some lume on this watch as well. Let me turn the lights off and we'll quickly test out the quality of the lume. Now the lume is not the best you'll find on a watch around this price point. I mean, I've got a steel dive in my collection, and the lume on that is absolutely fantastic. So from the lume point of view, this Invicta does lack that quality and lags behind the competition, in my opinion. So this is the lume. It does start to sort of fade away fairly quickly, and then you will not even notice it on the watch after a few minutes. So guys, that's the lume, not the strongest point of this watch. Now looking at the bracelet, you do get a stainless steel bracelet with high polish finish on the middle links, and brushing on the outer part of the links, push pins, hollow end links, and a pressed clasp on this bracelet. So you do get Invicta engraved on the or stamped on the clasp. 4 levels of micro adjustment. So from the quality point of view, not the best of bracelets you will come across. It does rattle a fair bit as well, as you can hear in the video right now. So but again, with the 20mm lug width, you'll be able to find plenty of options out there. You know, you can buy a NATO strap, a rubber strap, or a decent stainless steel strap as well that you can fit to this watch. So that standard 20mm lug width will help you a lot in finding a better strap option for this watch. Now, looking at the case back, you do get an open case back, and you can see the movement through that. Again, one of the strongest points of this watch is the movement. For me, you get Seiko's NH35A movement, really robust and one of the best movements you can find in this price range. 21,600 beats per hour, 41 hours of power reserve you get. Minus 20 to plus 40 seconds per day is the stated tolerance, but you will notice a lot of the times with these movements, they tend to do much better than those stated numbers. This one's been managing about plus 8 seconds per day on average. You do get hacking and hand winding as well. So when you unscrew the crown and you pull the crown out to its final position, you will see the seconds hand has stopped moving. That confirms the hacking. And again, for the price, you cannot really go wrong. These movements are really robust, and you know, will go for a long time. So that's the movement. You do get a custom rotor as well from an Invicta, and on the case back there is some information like stainless steel, and resistance is 200 meters. So guys, that's the watch. Some really strong points that, you know, work in the favor of this watch, like the water resistance of 200 meters. You get Seiko's movement. The build quality is really nice for the price, except the bracelet. But you know, with that 20mm lug width, as I mentioned earlier, there will be plenty of options out there for you to choose from. You can make that slight investment in your watch that will go a long way. Screw down crown, screw down case back really reinforces that 200 meters of water resistance. So guys, that's the watch. Let me put it on my wrist now. The bracelet is not sized for my wrist because I'm not keeping this watch, but I should still be able to give you a decent look of this watch on my wrist. So here you go. Yeah, it looks really nice, fits really nicely, especially for someone like myself with an average wrist size. This is a great size. There's barely any lug overhang, and even though this bracelet does the job, but you can really benefit from a decent strap or a bracelet on this watch. So guys, thank you very much. This concludes the review and why I still believe this is a great bang for buck in this price range. As I said earlier, even though the competition is heating up, you can find a lot of watches on AliExpress, but Invicta on a you know, brand level, they've been in the game for a long time, and even though you know, some of their watches can be questionable, this Pro Driver range is still doing really well, and one of the best automatic watches out there in this price range. Guys, thank you very much. I'll see you with my next review shortly. Until then, stay safe and look after one another. Thank you again.